PAX Australia 2023 this year and had a chance to check out some of the Australian Indie Showcase winners. One of the games that really jumped out to me was Dark Web Streamer, a dark psychological horror in which you take the role of a streamer, growing your following or dying trying. This game stood out with its dark and moody look, a limited colour palette, and on-screen gritty retro feel, leaving you just itching to play. Cleverly, Dark Web Streamer also has an incredibly intriguing storytelling device in that it takes the narrative the developers have created and uses AI procedurally generated storytelling to make sure that each playthrough is unique. And it has some of the best Twitch integration ideas I've heard of. I spoke to Chantel, the developer from We've Always Lived in the Forest, and this is what she had to say.
Yes, so Dark Web Streamer is a psychological horror game in which you play as an occult streamer on the dark web. Your job is to go into the internet, find the weirdest, creepiest things you can, bring them back to your stream, and try to impress viewers enough to get enough subscribers to become the #1 ranked streamer or die trying. Okay. It's completely procedurally generated, so every single time you play, there's a new world, new characters, new items, new story to experience. So it's infinitely replayable. And if you're into streaming, we have Twitch integration. So you can make your viewers, or if you're a viewer yourself, you can become an NPC in the game and chat in the stream chat. So go a little bit meta and influence events.
That you literally just answered all my questions all at once. Can you talk to me a little bit about the art style of the game?
Yeah, so we've got this kind of crunchy 1-bit art style going on.
Gritty.
Yeah, gritty and dark and harkening back to kind of the old web days and older computer days. So I was a kid who grew up on DOS. I also, Windows 95 was kind of my main jam, and also the wilds of GeoCities, so the older individually earned web pages. So
which I had to ask about. I'm like, what?
Go look up GeoCities if you're not familiar. It's really cool, internet history, everyone.
It sounds awesome.
But basically just took these inspirations from old computers and the old internet and folded them back into kind of a 1-bit kind of horror, almost manga-inspired art style.
And Chantel has actually written everything as well. And you did all the art too, didn't you?
I did. So, it started off just two of us. So most of the art and writing were done by me. We did recently pull on some help with art and writing, so we do have some other contributors in there now, but yeah.
We had a really great discussion earlier about the way that your program creates the new stories each and every time. So the AI factor is what you called it. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah,
it's very cool. She's so clever.
Thank you. It's a big system. So we have a system in the game that kind of pervades and touches everything, where all the text is randomized in the game, and there are all these many different scenarios you can experience, but there are layers of randomization within all those different scenarios. So it's kind of like randomizing randomization in a way. But we didn't want it to be purely random. We're really concerned with telling a story that feels like a story. And I kind of went and sat with stories and analyzed them a lot to kind of figure out what makes a story feel like a story as opposed to a random collection of parts. And one of
the story making process.
Yeah, exactly that. I love first principles thinking, so just following it back and then designing forward from that. And patterning and repetition is kind of what I identified as really the core of story, feeling like something has meaning because it keeps popping back up.
Yeah.
So in the system, we had all this randomization going on, which made for many, many different experiences, but they weren't necessarily cohesive. So I thought, let's add an element of memory. So the game knows what it's generated, it remembers it, and it starts kicking it forward so that, there actually becomes a theme and kind of like a topic of the playthrough. And so it feels very self-aware now, which is really awesome.
Like the dark web.
Yes.
Has taken on a mind of its own.
Yes, that's fine. Totally ethical behavior over here.
It's fine.
I'm sure it'll be nice.
Can you give us a little bit more specific information about the Twitch integration?
Yes, I would love to. So
How's it going to work?
how will it work? So basically, if you're a streamer and you play the game, you can turn the Twitch integration on, and that will enable you to have a lot of different options for bringing your viewers into the game to participate with you. So we have things like a chat in-game. So in the game, you can stream, and you do have a stream chat. Your viewers as a Twitch streamer will become the chatters in that chat. They will become NPCs in the game, and they can influence the events going on in the game. I'm really, really happy that we can actually come up with a system which is already being designed in my head.
I can see the cogs.
I know. I'm hurt if I can design it, but I will design it. That allows viewers to actually live generate events for the streamer to play through. So I'm really hoping in all of this integration, what I really want is to capture the tabletop role-playing experience. So these stories that say playing Dungeons and Dragons, these collaborative storytelling.
It's quite special.
It
It's
is.
different as well
Yeah.
for a computer game.
It definitely is. When I made the game, or when I set out to make it, I swore a vow that I would not make anything that had been made before. The game that I make has to be fundamentally different from anything on the market, or there's no point in me making it.
It's
at
a
all.
challenge, and you've done it.
Thank you.
You've done it.
I did it. I mean, the only way to do it is to be insane. So,
Insane.
yes.
Well, you seem like the sanest insane person ever.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I would say that's actually a very accurate summation.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, all
I
right.
appreciate you seeing me.
Oh, you were so welcome. When can we expect it to be out?
Oh, so probably the end of the year next year is what we're aiming for. I'm really hoping for a Halloween release, but I'm not going to make any promises. For people who are really keen, we do have a Discord server, which you can find by looking up Dark Web Streamer. And you can join our community and then join our community play tests where you can actually play the game for free for the next year.
That's exciting. Well, thank you so much. We are definitely going to wishlist it. Wait, can we get on the wish list on Steam yet? Wow, everything just got real bright.
They're flushing us.
I know.
No, so we do not have a Steam page up. We will fairly soon, but, we like to remain a little bit of a mystery while we can.
Hey, you're just teasing us a little.
Yeah, I mean, check out the website.
And the Discord.
Pick up the vibe.
Exactly.
The broken links, the lack of Steam page. It's all...
It's all supposed to be like that.
Yeah, totally. That's sane insanity.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us. It's been delightful. And good luck with the game.
Okay, so Dark Web Streamer currently doesn't have a Steam page yet, and their website is minimal, but you can get a link to their Discord server from their Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days. I'm linking it below, as well as all of the other details. I can't wait to play this one when it arrives.